Good morning, my friends. It's Lee, and welcome to Beauty Over 70 with Lee. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today, and never underestimate the power of the fact that I appreciate you so much. Start taking time out of your day to stop by my channel and support me. That really means the world to me, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. So welcome all my subscribers back. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I hope you like it here. So today's video, we're going to be doing a little get ready with me. Not a lot, just a little get ready with me. My subscribers seem to like that. They like longer videos, so this might run, about 30 or so, but, if you like that, I'm happy to give it to you. So I have cleaned, primed. I didn't prime, I cleaned and done all my skincare. And I went ahead and, to save time, I went ahead and put my little e.l.f. Halo Glow to give me just a little bit of a glow today, and I feel like I need that with all the issues that's going on. And I put that on my face to give me and I'm glowing, and I use the number 2 Fair Light, and that's the Halo Glow. This product's been around for a long time. Again, it's a little e.l.f. product that, to me, you just can't beat e.l.f. No matter, eyes, lips, and face, no matter where you go, it's always a winner in my book. A little bit, I'm going to stick it back. And today I thought I might use some bronzing drops. Bronzing drop seems to be kind of like the thing, and I happen to see these on Amazon, and they're the little golden bronze drops, and I'll list everything in the description box. So I'm going to try that. I may be glowing, and I don't have any color. This is Amazon, so I thought, why not give it a try? So I'm going to mix those drops with my little Wet n Wild, another little drugstore product that's fantastic, foundation, and I'm going to be using Buff Beige. So that's the foundation. I'm going to be mixing these little bronzing drops with the Wet n Wild foundation, and I'm going to blend it with a brush, and we're going to see what happens with this concoction. So hang on, who knows what's going to happen. Again, I'm going to shake my foundation. It's Buff Beige Wet n Wild. This little thing has a little dropper, not a dropper, but a little, if you've used this, you know what I'm talking about. It's got that. So I'm going to dot some around here. Putting more down here on these capillaries that I need it so desperately. We're kind of experimenting today. That's all I can say. Just experimenting just to see what happens. I'm going to put these little bronzing drops, and I'm going to blend it together. It just has a little squirt out there. So let's see what happens here. Woo! I may be super, super dark. I think I may be getting a little bit too much, but if this turns out awful, you won't see it. So that's a good thing. You won't see it if it turns out awful. And I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics little brush, and I'm going to blend that in, and let's see what happens. Give me a little glow anyway, right? These bronzing drops just seems to be everywhere, and I thought, might as well pick some up. I'm one that really does not like a super glowy look. That I like more of a matte look. It's just me. It's just me, but you know, I thought, why not? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna powder that in just a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes, and I'm gonna use MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. And that's what I'm gonna be using my eyes today. Not gonna be doing a lot at all. Keeping it very simple, no lashes or anything like that today, very simple. I'm gonna use my special brush that I just polished this on here with and go all the way from the lash line up to the brow, what lashes that I do have. This stuff is fabulous. I have it in a couple of colors, but you know, I gotta tell you, this Painterly is my favorite, absolutely my favorite. Used it for years. Don't know what I'd do if they discontinued it. I would be in a panic mode, that's for sure. Be like a lot of people searching for a competitive product, but you know, I don't know if there's one out there. But just get all of those blue veins and red veins and any kind of discoloration. This will do the job for you, or it does for me anyway. And that's the Painterly. And I'm going to just pat that down just a little bit. That's what I just always like to do. Okay, using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, you know, the loose powder. I'll be using my BK Beauty 104 powder brush. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to lose the luminosity of this glow, but I do need a little bit. Or my blush is going to stick, everything's going to stick. My little e.l.f. pencil to get a guide, and I'll be using my NYX Lift and Snatch. Couple of colors, couple of shades to blend that in. I'm going to be using the taupe and the caramel on that. With all the other issues, I'm still waiting to get these brows microbladed, but at this point, everything's so much is going on, I can't seem to. This is more cosmetic. I need major things taken care of right now. Okay, just cleaning this up a little bit under my brows with my little Anastasia pencil, the little double-ended Anastasia. I just put a little bit under there just to kind of clean the brows up when I completed those a little bit. Just kind of cleaning that up. So, there's the brows. Like I said in the beginning, this is kind of an intro. I'm using the MALANI little 110 palette, light to medium. I have a few of these. I haven't played around with them very much, so this is kind of the experimental day. Try new things. These have been in my drawers for who knows how long, so we're gonna try them today. And it's the little MALANI palette number 110. You have your two You have your 2 blush shades here, you have your 3 eyeshadows, and you have your bronzer and your highlighter. So we're going to try that, give it a try, see if it works. It may not, but you know, give it a try. So pull it out of the drawers and use what I got, right? Okay, I'm going to go with these 3 eyeshadows, and I'm going to start with the lighter color. I have very hooded eyes. As you well know, very, very hooded eyes. So I'm going to use one of my IT Cosmetic brushes, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here, the top shade. And let's see what happens. Looking straight. Now we're dealing with mature eyes. You do know that. I'm 76 years old. These are mature eyes. We're going to iron the wrinkles. We're going to try to iron the wrinkles, girls. It's on the pinky bronzy tone, so we're going to glow today. Not a lot, like I said. Shade right here, that more amber shade, and let's see what happens with this. I'm getting quite a bit of fallout with this. Before I go any further, I think I'm going to tight line my eyes. My Flower Beauty, and I usually use brownstone, and why I'm pulling navy with this, I'm pulling the navy brownstone pencil. I'm going to tight line my eyes and then put on a little one coat of mascara, and then I'm going to go back and pull a little bit different, darker color in there to give me a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to tight line them with my good old Flower Beauty, and this happens to be in the navy. I'm going to list it in the description box. It's in the navy family. It's blue. Makes such a difference when you tight line. Gives you more definition. I have no lashes. You know I have no lashes. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Lash Extreme. It's a tubing mascara. And I've used this in a Get Ready With Me before, and I really like this new mascara. It's a new product for me. I've used it a few times, and I really like it. It's the e.l.f. Lash Extreme tubing mascara. And you can actually take this off with warm water, and you can just, you know, wet your face good and just go like this and pull it, you know. So, but sometimes I do that, but most of the time I just use a cleanser. I'll flip my mirror again, if I can get my magnification. I've got my Elias mirror here, and I have it has a 10 times magnification when I flip it up there. So that little mirror is absolutely fantastic. I love my Elias mirror. I done a video on this not long ago, that what I had saved and purchased myself, bought myself a birthday present, and this is what I purchased myself. And I absolutely love it. It's a 5 times, and on the other side is a 1X, and then it has this little 10X that you can stick on the 1X, so when you want to flip it for detail work. Friends, I went ahead and put mascara on my bottom lashes. What few lashes I have, they're very, very sparse, but this e.l.f. Extreme, Lash Extreme, really does make a difference with the tight line. So this is what we have so far with this little eyes. It's kind of pinky coral orange. So I've used these 2 colors. I'm going to use this shade in the center, and I'm going to wet my brush and with setting spray, and I'm going to dip in that shimmer and put just a little bit of shimmer right up over my pupil to open my eye up. So I hope that works. So I'm going to use my little Angie Hot and Flashy. And like I said, I haven't worked with this very much, and we're going to see what happens. Going to use my setting spray, setting spray, and spray that brush. It's very difficult to put shimmer on wrinkles. It is. You know that. I tell you what, when I worked and I could do this like a pro, and that was my work, and even on myself, you know, it was like boom, 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 1, 2, 3, and then I see these younger girls in their 30s, 20s, 30s, even in their 40s, you know, and it's like, what happened? And when I've got this little palette out, I'm not going to dip in any other eyeshadow. I'm not going to dip in any other. Now I need a darker color. There's no darker color. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You see this bronzer right here? I'm going to dip in that bronzer, and I'm going to put a little bit on the outer corner. We'll see. We'll make it work. It's in this palette, and I'm going to put a little bronzer out there. And let's see if that don't work. Got to experiment, right? Not a lot, but it does help just a bit. Not a lot at all, but anything to give me a little bit of contrast right there. But when you say you're not going to go into another palette and this is what you got to work with, you got to stick to your guns and go with that, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing, girls. Exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to take a little flat brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of liner under here to tie that together. And I think I will be using this darker shade on the bottom that we came in. I'm just going to tie that together a little bit. And all I'm doing is taking my little Morphe flat brush, laying it on the side, and then just dragging it. Why not? This is experiment day, right? With my photo focus, Wet n Wild. I'm glowing, my friends. Into some blush. And I think I'm going to use the darker shade right here. And let me grab my blush brush. My BK Beauty 107. I'm going to dip in this darker shade right here. I don't think I'm going to use a contour today. Not going to use a contour today. Just going to use some blush. And I'm using the darker shade. The one on the top, it happens to be a shimmer. I think I need to stay away from shimmer. I think we have enough shimmer. A little bit there on the end of my nose, across my nose there. Okay, after we do the lips, we can always come back. And I'm going to do the highlight too. Okay, I'm going to do the lips, and then we're going to do concealer. And let's see what we're going to use today. I think I'm going to use L'Oreal Sugar Plum. And I'm going to use the Clinique liner. I'm going to list everything in the description box. Before I started, I put on some clear City Beauty lip plumping gloss, and right now I believe, I don't know when this video is going to air, but I know when I'm filming this, they're in their BOGO sale. Buy one, get one for, buy two, get one free. L'Oreal lipstick. That was Clinique liner that I put on, and the shade is Cosmo. It's Clinique liner, and the shade is Cosmo. And the lipstick I'm going to be using today, and it's Sugar Plum. Isn't that pretty? Some City Beauty San Diego lip plumping gloss over that. Love this City Beauty lip plumping gloss. Absolutely love it. Used it for years. Concealer today, I'm going to be using the CATRICE. It's number 10, and it's called Light Rose. Trying to use some products up. You know, I really am trying to use some products up. And I've had this one for a while, and it's very creamy, and I really like it. But I'm going to tell you, if you have problem with your concealer sticking, mix a little of your setting spray with it and mix it. And let me grab my, and it will blend out, my concealer brush, my Angie Hot and Flashy. Love this brush. Got several. This little kitten paw effect just blends right in there. You know, I think my skin needed this glow today with this e.l.f. Halo Glow underneath, and those bronzing drops gave a glow. And I think I needed that today. You ever have one of those days when you just, if you just put on makeup, just a little bit, just everyday makeup, so you don't want to get caught if somebody comes to the door, you have an emergency, you always feel better. You always feel better. And you'll have a tendency to go right in there and do all your skincare. Now, I'm going to use the powder that I'm going to set this with, is I'm going to use the Essence Brighten Up, this little $5 powder, ladies. It's the banana powder. You can't beat this stuff. It is phenomenal for $5. It is the Essence Brighten Up banana powder. And you can pick it up at Ulta, I guess Amazon. I get mine at Ulta, and it lasts forever. And I'm going to be using this, one of these little wedges that I pick up by the package on Amazon. These little wedges, and I'm going to just put that in there and then just pat. Not rub, but pat. To set that. And that feels so, so good. I'm not used to this color on my eyes, but we'll get there. Okay, I think we need a little bit of highlight in it, but let's try it. Let's try and stick with this palette specifically and not use this other product that I just said. I'm going to use a little bit of this highlighter right here, this shimmer on top, very little, and let's see what happens. Not a lot, because it's very, very shimmery. Use my little highlight brush. That's my Eloise mirror if you hear something turning when I flip that. Just a little bit right in there. And take off this hairband. And touch just a little bit more powder. I'll use just a little bit more powder over that. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to go over this with just a little bit of powder. It feels good. It really feels good. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, that's going to be our look that we've got today, such as it is. I stuck with the palette, the MALANI 110 palette, and used the 3 eyeshadows in the center. I use this blush, and I use the bronzer, and I put a little bit of the bronzer on the corner trying to deepen that, and I use the highlight. And these little handy palettes, I've got 2 or 3, and trying to use some of this stuff up, like I said. So I don't want to dip into another palette. I'm not going to do that. I've got tons of eyeshadows, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something to my hair, put on my jewelry, and I'll be right back. So stay with me for the finished look, my friends. Okay, friends, that's the video for today. The little get ready with me using my stayed true to my little MALANI eyes, blush, bronzer and all of that on my eyes. I was tempted to steer away with a little bit darker color, but I did not. I stayed with this and I worked with what I had in front of me. That's what you got to do. Stick to your guns and don't dip into any of these other products that you got. So I thank you for watching today from the bottom of my heart. It really means the world to me. Consider subscribing while you're here. Hit the like button, please. And remember to share my video. It really helps me out. I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. I'll have a video for you, my friends, next Thursday. Hope you have a good, safe week. I will see you next Thursday. Bye-bye, my friends.